It's been a while since we've done a room tour video. Welcome to Austin, Texas. And we are at the Home2 by Hilton. And I'll show you around the room first. I've only been here for a few minutes, and then I'll give you my initial impression. The first thing we see is this kitchen or kitchenette. And it's pretty nice. You get an almost full-size refrigerator freezer. And boy, that thing's pretty wobbly. And then next to that, we have a set of 6 dishes, 5 bowls. You get a microwave. There are 5 cups. It looks like 6 glasses there. A coffee maker, a sink. So I mean, this is really pretty nice. And we have kitchen utensils in here. I don't think I'm going to be doing any cooking. There's a toaster down here. But if I was, this is pretty nice. Those shoes don't come with the place, those are mine. And we have a dishwasher. Opposite that is the bathroom. One of the things I really like are towel hooks like that. So that's great. One of the things I don't like at all are pump bottles. So those are more and more popular these days. But it has a nice sink, and that looks like it's about a 5-foot wide counter and a full mirror. I like that it's nice and bright in here, the light from above, so it feels nice and open. And I don't know if those are scratches or if that's some hair in there. Not scratches, that's good. And I can see some washcloths. And then we have bath towels, hand towels. And then we have a nice big walk-in shower. And this looks like it's been recently updated, probably in the past 5 years or so. And nice, I like all these shelves. So a lot of times if you're going to put your own shampoos and razors and soap and that kind of thing, nice to have a lot of places to put those. So I'm very impressed with the looks of this bathroom. Then as we continue on, there's a writing desk and a table, and I'm willing to bet this table pulls out. Sure it does. So that's kind of nice. It's a big oval table, so you could pull that out and use it for a dining table or anything you'd like. And there's my backpack. That's what I traveled with. But really big counter. And there's more shelf space up here if you want to store anything. And then next to that is sort of a built-in chest of drawers. So lots of space here. If you're going to be staying here for a week or more, you would really have plenty of space. Now the TV, I think, is in sort of a weird spot. So let me show you opposite the TV. So directly opposite is a couch, which isn't bad if you want to sit down on that sofa and watch TV. But if you're like me, I like to watch TV at night as I'm falling asleep, and it's not opposite the bed. So that's just a little different. Opposite the bed is another humongous counter. Wow, this counter looks like it's about 8 feet wide. And another big empty shelf, so just a lot of space. And then down here is a closet. And we have an ironing board, a luggage rack down there, and let's see if we have our customary 8, which is usually what we find. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, we have 11 hangers. And this does have a pull curtain, by the way, if you'd want to use that. That's pretty much the room. This is a king-size bed, a single king-size bed. And so this is almost like a small apartment. As you know, I like to do the reveal with the window, but it's nighttime, so you wouldn't be able to see anything now, so we'll wait until morning. Side tables do have lamp, clock. On that clock are some USB ports. The phone's over there. Pretty nice room. So what's my negative? Well, the place does look a little run down. The carpets look a little grungy, a little dirty. There's just a feel to it like it really needs some updating. The elevators took forever. I was almost going to go to the desk and ask, are these elevators working? Because they really did take that long. There are things like switches in the room. I'll show you one or two of those. The buttons on the elevator are popped out. They're knocked out. I wasn't even sure if they would work, but they did. So it really just has that feel like it's old. Let me give you an example on a lamp in my room. Now, I don't even know how to turn this lamp on. This appears to be a switch, but it just, I don't know, it's just like a piece of metal that sticks around. It doesn't seem to do anything, you know, so I don't know. It's just weird stuff like that. But look at that, it's welcoming me. I'm just a Hilton Honor Silver level now because I don't travel like I used to. I used to always be diamond. And this is kind of interesting. It's a room separator. So I guess if you're here with someone and it's time for you to go to sleep and they still want to stay out here and do something, you know, stay up and watch TV or something. So that's what that looks like. Now I'm going to time travel to tomorrow morning and show you what the breakfast is like. And then we'll come back here and we'll wrap things up. And just like that, it's morning. Let's start by checking out that view. Wow, it looks like the prison yard. This is about look at that. There's a raccoon down there. This is about the worst view I have ever had from a hotel. Let me show you something else that I saw. Inside the shower, I told you just a little, I don't know, worn and grungy, but you can see the mildew in here. If we move over to this corner, you know, you're seeing the same thing. Now I know that some of those cracks are hard to get to, but I believe that this can be cleaned. Now don't get me wrong. I think the hotel room is clean. I don't feel like it wasn't clean, but just those things, it's worn. So let's go down and check out the breakfast. So we have fresh juice here and waffle machines that look like the state of Texas. I'm gonna have a waffle here this morning. And then as we go down, here is a toaster, and it looks like that might pass for an omelet, ham, some kind of an egg there, and a few condiments. And then it looks like we have cheese and some dry cereal. That's just about all this morning. But there's our breakfast. Oh, and let's not forget the coffee. I think that's going to be enough, but I think I measured out for one waffle. But we'll see. You turn it on and that starts the timer. Well, it doesn't look like Texas, but it's a waffle. This little thing was tasty and has cheese in it. And notice I can take a bite out of the chicken, which is another weird thing I thought for breakfast. But that's because they don't have knives. I don't know why. And I have that waffle, so I can't spread any butter on it. I don't have any knives. So that's a little strange. I couldn't get my electronic key to work for the pool, so I got a physical key. Let's see what this looks like. So this is the pool area that we could see from my room. And very, very small. But it says it's about 3 feet on this end. So certainly enough to relax and cool down. We certainly don't need to cool down today. It's probably barely 60 degrees. But there's a pool, and my room would probably be right up there somewhere, one of those 4 windows. Once again, it just looks a little unkempt. You know, you can tell these chairs have been here, dirty, been rained on. It isn't an inviting patio. There is a grill here, but the grill cover's lying on the ground and it's filthy and dirty, and who would want to use those tools? So Just some things that a little better management could really fix at this hotel. Let's check out the exercise room. Well, the exercise room looks nice. They have towels. They have a pull-down lat machine, a bench, some free weights, a lot of free weights. So pretty nice. Certainly enough to allow you to get some exercise in. And I don't know how to keep the light on in this room, but adjacent to the gym, they have a couple washers and dryers, and I think they are for resident use. $2.25 coin or card for the washer, and same for the dryers. And a folding table here. I hope you enjoyed our tour of room 312 at Home2 in Austin, Texas. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, ask them down below. I always do the best I can to read and answer all the comments. And I'll see you here next time on the Average Me channel.